Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In the same spot here, I filmed a video I think 2 months ago. Back then it was warm, but now it's bloody cold and it's windy and it's almost winter and yeah, it's grey and ugly. Nevertheless, I want to film a video because a friend of mine picked up a brand new camera, and I thought this might be the perfect opportunity to test out the camera. So I borrowed the camera for 2 days and now I'm filming a video with it and I give you my impressions. This will not be like a full review, just my impressions of the camera. It's a camera I'm very familiar with, except there's a small difference because it's this one. It's the Leica Q2 Monochrom. I'm very curious to shoot this camera, to give it a try. I'm very familiar with this camera because if you're a regular follower of my channel, you know that I own a Leica Q since it came out 5 years ago. And yeah, so it's pretty much my favorite digital camera ever. And today I will try out the Leica Q Monochrom. So I would say without further ado, Leica Q2 Monochrom, Berlin, let's go. I'd never thought that Leica would actually bring out a monochrome version of the Leica Q, but they proved me wrong and I'm not complaining about it at all. The Q Monochrome feels very familiar compared to the first Leica Q, but with some tweaks that make it more refined, I would say. But more on that in my proper review after shooting it for a while. Since there wasn't much going on in the daytime, I wanted to try out the camera at night, and that was also a good opportunity to see how it handles higher ISO values. First impressions on low light capabilities are very positive. Honestly, I was shocked to see how clean the images turned out. A massive improvement over the original Leica Q and also the Q2. I also wanted to shoot some portraits, but don't worry, in the foreseeable future there will be proper street photography videos with the Q2 Monochrom coming. So alright guys, now it's the next day. Unfortunately yesterday the weather wasn't that great, so it was a little grey overcast, and for street photography not ideal. But today I want to try something else, and I want to shoot some portraits with Leica Monochrom, and attached to the camera is an orange filter, which should give a really nice look. And I have my friend here, and we will take some portraits here, and I will show you some images with the filter and also with a red filter, so you have an idea what this will look like if you decide to get a monochrome camera like this one here, or the M10 Monochrom or whatever. I would say without further ado, let's take some portraits. Okay, cool. Let's go. Since you have no control over the color channels like on a regular color sensor, you have to use a color filter to influence how the black and white will turn out. And to give you an idea how dramatic the differences can be, here are some examples. And I think this might work with the reflection. Let's see. When you use the red filter, one downside is because I think it takes away 3 stops of light. So here, when I took these shots, I was at ISO 3200. Shutter speed was 250th. So now I set it manually to 125th. I was still at ISO 1600. But the good thing is, this camera is awesome in low light, so it's not a big problem, but you have to keep that in mind. These photos were taken while it was very overcast and the lighting was very even. Later the sun came out and the effect of the filter was even more dramatic. So right guys, the sun is coming out, and I think with the monochrome and the red filter this should look really sick. So let's try to get some more photos before the sun is gone. Okay, let's do this. Back then, when I had the M246 Monochrom, I was already a big fan of using a red filter, but the problem was to get accurate focus, when shooting wide open especially. With the Q Monochrom, I had no issues at all. The golden hour light made for some really dramatic looking black and white shots, and I was really happy with the results. So right, the lighting is pretty sick, I have to say. Let's look for some more, maybe let's go over here for some more spots to shoot. I mean, now the red filter comes really handy because now this looks really amazing. This reminds me on back when I had the Leica Monochrom, the M246. And when I use the red filter, incredible.
Oh wow.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Yeah, oh, come here. Because here is there's also some reflective lighting from the building here. This might look good. Let's see. Okay, next spot. So far so good. I think the red filter works really well here. For the last photo of the day, I took off the filter since the sun was pretty much gone. The question now is, should I get Leica Q2 Monochrom? I'm not sure, so what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah guys, spoiler alert, after using the camera for 2 days, I couldn't resist and picked up my own Leica Q2 Monochrom that I unboxed earlier this week in an Instagram live video. If you liked the video and my kind of review, more like a first look to, into here, this one here, the Leica Q2 Monochrom, let me know what you think, and let me know if I should get one. And if you liked the video, as always, give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we will see each other very soon in the next one. Until then, auf Wiedersehen.